Hello, Kentucky. Will the game against Arkansas be historic and personal for the Cats? It will be one for history, but first subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the news from the Cats. With the Kentucky Wildcats season exceeding expectations, the scenario created by Joe Lunardi's projection in ESPN's latest bracketology is a prime example of heated discussions in the world of college basketball. Under Mark Pope, the Wildcats have not only regained the trust of their fans, but also established a consistency that seemed elusive in recent years. And it is precisely this solidity that places Kentucky as the second seed in the West region, with a potential epic showdown against Arkansas in the second round. The prospect of facing the Arkansas Razorbacks has a special flavor, not only because it is a historic duel, but because of the narrative that puts John Calipari, former Kentucky coach and now mentor of the Hogs, face-to-face with his old program. It's the kind of matchup that transcends basketball, bringing out emotions ranging from nostalgia to a desire for reassurance. Pope, for his part, has the opportunity to solidify his own Kentucky history by overcoming such an iconic figure in the Wildcats' history. However, before thinking about Arkansas, Kentucky will need to beat Lipscomb in the first round. Although the team is not considered a worthy opponent, college basketball has taught us that no matchup can be taken for granted. Lipscomb will come out swinging to try to pull off the biggest upset of the tournament, and it's crucial that Kentucky maintain the seriousness and intensity that has characterized its season. Should they advance, the Wildcats will likely face an Arkansas that has struggled this season. Ranked as the 10th seed, the Razorbacks are coming off a shaky campaign and will need to get past Texas Tech before dreaming of a duel with Kentucky. But never underestimate a Calipari-led team in decisive games. Their tactical knowledge and ability to motivate players in critical moments are weapons that can turn an inconsistent group into a formidable opponent. The odds analysis also favors the Wildcats. At plus 2,000 at FanDuel Sportsbook, Kentucky is tied for 9th in the national championship standings. That's a significant position considering the team started the season outside the top 10 in betting. It reflects the growing confidence not only among fans, but also among analysts and bookmakers in the ability of this group of players and Pope's leadership. Additionally, Kentucky's projection as a number 2 seed in the West region offers a challenging but viable path. Top-seeded Gonzaga is always a force to be reckoned with, while Baylor and Oregon round out the group as tough opponents. However, Kentucky's defensive consistency and collective play have been key differentiators, putting the team in a position to compete with anyone. The potential matchup with Arkansas, however, is what captures everyone's imagination. It wouldn't be just a game, but a clash of styles, stories, and personalities. Pope, with his modern and pragmatic approach against Calipari, the veteran strategist who still holds the affection of much of the Kentucky fan base. A win against the Razorbacks would mark a moment of definitive transition for Pope and, who knows, the beginning of a new era of glory for the Wildcats. Regardless of the outcome, the narrative of this season is already special. Kentucky is back on the national scene, and confidence in the team is high. Mark Pope is building a legacy, and with each victory, the Wildcats reaffirm their place among the elite of college basketball. Next stop, potentially a generational clash against Arkansas. Bring on the Hogs. What do you think? Now for football. The Kentucky Wildcats offseason has begun to heat up, and the first ripples of the transfer portal are already being felt in Lexington. Under Mark Stoops, the team was preparing to face the inevitable transfer market, but the announcement of 3 significant departures marks the beginning of what promises to be a busy period. The biggest loss so far is Keyshawn Silver, a talented defensive lineman who arrived at Kentucky after being recruited as a 5-star prospect. Silver, who had a solid stint in Chapel Hill playing for Mack Brown at North Carolina before transferring to the Wildcats, has been a key player this season. His combination of physicality, explosiveness, and versatility makes him a valuable asset, and he is sure to draw strong interest in the portal. Replacing him will be a significant challenge for Kentucky, especially considering the dearth of impact players at the position on the market. Another departure that raises questions is that of defensive back and former four-star prospect Avery Stewart. Stewart was a big win in the 2023 recruiting cycle, choosing Kentucky over traditional programs like Auburn and Florida State. However, a lack of playing time during his 2 seasons in Lexington appears to have prompted his decision to seek new surroundings. While he hasn't had the impact he was hoping for with the Wildcats, Stewart has the talent to become a key player at another program, especially if he gets more playing time. Backup long snapper Walker Heimbach has also entered the transfer portal. While his position doesn't get as much attention, Heimbach was crucial in 2023, taking over the starting role for 9 games after Ron Gaines was injured. His departure creates a coaching void that Kentucky will need to fill, especially considering the importance of consistency on special teams units. These moves show how the transfer portal has become a central element of roster management in modern college football. For Kentucky, Stoops' challenge will be retaining key players while finding worthy replacements on the market. The program's competitiveness will depend not only on retaining talent, but on attracting reinforcements who can contribute immediately. The impact of these departures cannot be ignored. The defensive line, in particular, loses a dominant presence with Silver's departure. Replacing him will require more than just a talented player. It will require an integrated approach that compensates for his ability to lead and create pressure at the line of scrimmage. In Stewart's case, there is a sense of missed opportunity, but also room for growth in other areas of the defense. This is just the beginning of an off-season that promises to bring more movement. For Stoops and his coaching staff, the goal will be clear. Use the portal not only to react, but to strengthen the team in critical areas. With the potential for more players to leave the program, this weekend will be a crucial time to strategize and begin rebuilding the foundation for next season. While fans may lament the losses, there is reason for optimism. Kentucky has been resilient in rebuilding rosters and competing at a high level, and this off-season represents another opportunity for Stoops to mold a team capable of competing in a unique way. Do you agree with their departure? Let us know.